Hey, hey. Great morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Out to be spelled to hear your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. Coming to you with the morning press. I apologize for my tardiness this morning. It was a lot going on over here in the Pelzer Marshall Bell residents. It's a lot, y'all. But definitely wanted to make sure that I came and talked to you guys because listen, this morning, this here morning, we gonna talk about fear. And I know you see it. I know you see it. Um, let's just be honest. Fear is, whoo, man. Fear is something else. Fear will put you into a place of offense. Fear will put you into a space of uncomfortability. Fear will make you believe that people are against you who aren't really against you. And it's fear. It's all like the root of it all. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Elizabeth. Haven't seen you in a while. The root of it all is fear. And fear is the number one reason, listen, fear of public speaking, fear of spiders. Now, listen, I'm with y'all on the spiders because it's not even a fear; it's the fact that they're dangerous. We don't like those. But fear definitely can put a stronghold on what you're trying to do. Oh, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. It can definitely put a stronghold on what you're trying to do. And the thing about it is, you have to ask yourself the question: are you living your dreams or are you living your fears? uh, the reality check for 2020, a lot of people, instead of living their dreams, are living their fears because they see what's happening to other people and it makes them fearful to move forward because something ended, something didn't go right, and it's making them fearful of moving forward. But here's the thing, it's the people that move forward in spite of what's going on that realize that fear does not stop. At every level you attain, at every level you reach, you're going to have some level of fear because you're doing something you've never done before. And so, in order for you to be able to move past that fear, in order for you to conquer that fear, you have to move. You have to take action. And that is why I said faith is the anecdote. I know some of y'all struggle with saying that word. I got you though. I got you. I got you. Faith is the anecdote. And so here's the thing that people think, I go to church on Sunday. I'm going to get my faith when I go to church on Sunday, or I'm going to watch it on TV. I'm going to watch a message. I'm going to get that boost of energy, that boost of confidence. And then I'm going to just go forward and I'm going to be great for the rest of the year. No, not quite. Or they think, okay, I'm going to take one class and that one class is going to give me what I need, the drive to beat out fear. It's going to give me what I need to go ahead and be successful. And that's not it. When it comes to faith, and I need y'all to catch this, faith is a constant journey. I get it. I understand. I wish that it was a one and done, and then we would have faith for the rest of the year, the rest of the decade. Listen, that's just not how it's done. And so you really have to look at yourself and say, what are my daily actions that I'm doing to feed my faith and starve my fear? Somebody say that. Today, I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened last week. I'm going to feed my faith and starve my fear. And that means that I have to look at it and say, guess what? Sometimes in order to feed my faith, I got to watch what I say. Ooh, let's give them something to talk about. Listen, sometimes in order for me to feed my faith, I have to shut my mouth. Because, see, this is the thing. Sometimes the person that's speaking against you winning, the person that's speaking against you being successful, the person that's speaking against you reaching your goals is you. And we just gonna talk, we gonna talk that talk this morning. I need you. Come on. I need you to understand that we need to speak what it is that we want to see happen. I get it. You may be in the basement doing your business right now. You may be in a corner of the house doing your business right now. You may be on the floor in the dining room doing your business right now. But speak to that office building that you will have. Speak to that company that is going to be on the rise. Speak to who it is that you are going to be. Stop speaking to who it is that you are because you're fearful because of the circumstances that you see. Guess what? This year, everybody had the same circumstances, but everybody didn't handle it the same way. Everybody had an issue with trying to get toilet paper, but everybody didn't deal with it the same way. See, it is our perception of what we're going through that determines if we are going to keep moving forward. It's our perception. And so for some of you, you thought it was going to be the end of the world, right? Look, Elizabeth said, amen. Okay. You thought it was going to be the end of the world. I get it. And it was so funny because I had somebody posted a video on TikTok, and it was somebody who was saying, oh, my mom just told me that in 1999, everybody was in this panic because they thought all of technology was going to shut down. And it was this whole thing, Y2K, and all of this stuff. And I said, look at what fear makes us do. Y'all better come on this morning. Come on. Listen, look at what fear makes us do. Fear will make you go and pay for things that you don't need. Fear will make you go and step into rooms that you're not supposed to be in. Fear will make you go and have conversations that you don't need to be a part of. Fear will make you distrust the people around you. I get it. I get it. There have been people that have gone and done some pretty horrible things. Let's call a spade a spade. There are people that will try to take your money. There will people that will do bad business. It happens. But if we live our life thinking that there's always going to be somebody that wants to do me harm, then we miss the opportunity in seeing that there's going to be people like Elizabeth who shared the broadcast. There's going to be people like my sister and my sisters in Christ who are right now on their way to Tulsa. Like there's so many, you forget that there are people in your corner that are, high-fiving you and supporting you and encouraging you. And like, I don't want you to think or get to a point where you're hiding yourself, you're hiding your gifts and your talents because you're fearful of what could go wrong instead of you walking in what could go right. And so I was sitting there and I got a compliment from one of my sisters. I shout out to Joyce. I love my sis. And she was just like, sis, you got you got it going on. Go ahead, sis, work it out. And you don't look at everything that you're doing when you working behind the scenes, and you don't look at all of it. You just put your head down and you kind of move forward. But every once and again, we got to step back. And this is number two. So number one was sometimes we got to shut that mouth. Number two is we got to step back and accept the compliment. We got to realize in order for us to beat out fear, sometimes we got to understand that we have done some things. We've accomplished things, guys. This may be your day one in your business, but it's not your day one. Somebody better catch that and put it down below. This may be my day one in business. This may be your day one in speaking. This may be your day one in podcasting, but this is not your day one. And there's times where we have to go back and rehearse the success in order for us to realize I'm not doing this just by happenstance. I got some weight on me. I got some experience. I got some wisdom that I'm bringing to this table. See, one of the reasons why we're so fearful to do new things and to start new, I did a message last night talking about you got to chop it. You got to chop up the competition when it comes to collaborating and looking at how you look at your competition. You got to chop it up. Now, I'll give y'all a brief little synopsis of it, but I ain't going to tell y'all the whole thing. I might share it out on my YouTube channel. We'll see. Uh, Communicate, humility, opportunities, and promote. And I said that we got to chop it up because the thing about it is it's a fear. The fear women can't work together. That's a lie. There have been women working together for decades, for centuries. It was the women who were coming together. And when somebody was going through, it was the women coming together to support that other mother and that other wife who was in the community. It was women coming together and making sure that all the children in the neighborhood were fed. It was women coming together and going and making sure that everybody had in the community. It was women coming together and doing Tupperware parties and Avon parties and making sure that they were going and making the money that they wanted to make. It was women coming together. And on occasion, we would have men that would come in and support, but it was women coming together. It was a woman on the phone that would say, hey, I know you're looking for such and such. Let me go ahead and connect you with this person. It, so the opportunity is there. You got to chop that up. Chop it up. That whole idea of you have to compete with every single person. You don't. You got to compete with your yesterday. Because you don't know what that person has going on behind the scenes. You got to compete with your last week. You got to compete with your last month. Chop it up. And when you make that decision that you're going to chop it up, listen, that means I got to take action. I got to take action. I can't sit still, y'all. I can't, because if I sit still, what am I missing out on? What am I missing out on? I got to have daily consistent actions. Here's the thing. When we think about daily consistent actions, most people, and we're just going to tell the tea right now. Most people think daily consistent action is me showing up everywhere. It's me going and being on every social media platform and trying to post every single day. No, me showing up and having consistent action means that I have a strategy that I am putting into place. I have a strategy and I'm following that strategy. Oh my goodness. So many entrepreneurs, women in business, are moving throughout each month, each quarter without a strategy. And so that was one of the reasons why I decided that we were going to do this press play strategy session, that was going to be the bonus for anybody that pre-ordered the press play. Because guess what? We're going to come together and get what we need. We are going to come together and do what is necessary in order for you to finish the year strong and start 2021 strong. I don't care what happened last week. I don't care what happened last month. There's something on the inside of you that somebody needs and wants and is waiting on. And the longer that we go and keep saying, "Oh no, it's a oh my goodness, the market is so crowded, and oh my goodness, there's people doing it already, and oh my goodness, they have a similar title than me, and they listen. We get frustrated because we think that we get frustrated because we think that we're supposed to be the only one. Can you imagine if you were supposed to be the only one doing what you do in a world of billions and billions of people? You would be tired. You would not get it done. But you would not get it done, and then there would be still be billions and billions of people that would still need what you have. Don't get distracted. Don't get frustrated. That's fear trying to keep you and hold you back, to make you think, oh, because it's so saturated that there's nobody that will want what you have. Good morning, Rise. There is nobody that wants what you have. There's nobody that, no, that's fear. And so I gotta feed my faith. We gotta close the mouth. We gotta take consistent actions. Can I tell you? I've looked at some of the things that people are doing and considering it to be consistent actions, and it's not. I need you to take consistent actions. Here's the thing: consistent actions that are going to be best for your brand, your business, your company. Not just what you saw somebody else did and you think it's for the popular thing to do. Oftentimes, we get stuck. And can I just be honest? Listen, this is what happens when we go and do what we see everybody else do. Then we miss out on the blessings that is meant for our business. When we go and do what we see everybody else do, we miss out on the opportunities that we're supposed to be going for. When you walking down the hallway that somebody else walked down because you saw them walk down it and they got success down that hallway, you missed the opportunities that were in the hallway that was meant for you. Y'all better catch that. I don't know if you caught it. You better catch it. When you go and you walk down the hallway that was meant for somebody else, then you're looking at the blessings that was meant for somebody else. You're looking at the trials and tribulations that was meant for somebody else. You're not seeing what was meant for you. And so now it's time for you to tap in and get back to seeing what was meant for you. What was meant for you? What was meant for your business? What was meant for your brand? What was meant for your, when it comes to networking? What was meant for you? There is a plan that will work for you, that will work above and beyond for you. But we gotten so accustomed to going and wanting to take this class or take that class, get into this program or that program, not realizing that we're going and listen, we're not talking to God before we say yes to this class or program. We go in it and we signing into a class or program, and some of y'all already got some of the stuff y'all signing up for. Some of y'all already got the stuff that y'all signing up for. And so when we do this strategy session this month, and again, it's only for the people that pre-order it. So if you pre-order, the pre-order is $49, no, $45. It's only $45. It goes up to its regular price on launch day. Guys, it goes up to the regular price on launch day. Regular price is $97. But it's only for those who pre-order will get the opportunity to join for this strategy session, because enough is enough. I've seen too many women give up. I've seen too many women get frustrated. I've seen too many women go and have amazing ideas and allow those ideas to sit on a shelf collecting dust. Raj just said it. When you talk about saturation, it often silences and stops our dreams. Come on, stop paying for panic. Oh my goodness. Stop paying for panic. Somebody, guess what? Somebody is always willing to sell you hope, even when it ain't the hope you need. I hope y'all caught that. Somebody is always willing to sell you hope, even if it ain't the hope you need. Trust and believe. When we position ourselves to receive what it is that God has for us, when we position ourselves to achieve the goals that we set on paper, when we position ourselves to be the legacy that goes on throughout the year, when we position ourselves to change the status quo in our bloodline, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a strategy. And I'm talking to my clients about this often because it's great to do a one and done. It's great to have one class and have 50 people sign up and that's that, right? But the strategy is how you continue to have that done. It's great to have a book launch and a couple people buy the book. It's a strategy for you to have people continuously buy the book after the launch is done. Can we just be, listen, come on, position to prosper and not procrastinate. You gotta have that understanding, and I get it. I can be very listen. We going to remove the veil this morning because I can be very transparent with y'all. As an entrepreneur coming into entrepreneurship, I tapped into the hype. I tapped into the, oh, well, all you got to do is live stream. I tapped into, well, all you got to do is have pretty graphics. I tapped into, come on. Look, I tapped into, all you got to do is buy this class. I tapped into, all you got to do is Facebook ads. I tapped into a lot of things. And I was in a community that's what we were doing. All we were doing was cycling money around. Can I just be honest and be real this morning? Because it was a fear that if I don't take that class, good morning, D. I see you, Lisa. If I don't take the class, then I'm going to miss out on something. That is how people promote to us. That is how they market. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. And so they were marketing to us stuff that we did not need. And it got to a point where I was just like, okay, let me sit down with the money and talk about this and clearly go through this. What's the real plan here? I was putting out about good 1,500 every time I attended one of these things. Come on. Lisa said, you are preaching to my soul this morning. Listen, I was putting out 1,500, $1,000 here, 1,500 there. Mind you, I'm a single mother. I'm starting a business, and at the time I was rebranding my business, and I wasn't making money when I went to these events. I was speaking on stages and not making money, making the money back. And then I had events where they wanted a percentage of what you made on stage. So not only was I paying to speak on the stage, paying to be at the event, paying for travel and expenses, but then I also had to give you a cut of what it is that I made. And this is a business model that people use. Come on, Rod said it. Busy and broke. Pamela said it. You are spilling the tea, sis. The cycling is real in social media. They were cycling us through. Come on. Hmm. They were cycling us from person to person to person, and we were just paying out money from person to person to person. And here's the difference is when you are in a community and they actually care about the if you taking the information and using it, it makes a difference. That's why we're doing this strategy session this month. I said enough is enough. Y'all need to sit still. Stop thinking that a one class is going to do it. Come on. Stop thinking that one class is going to, hey, Julia, stop thinking that one class is going to do it. Stop thinking that one program is going to do it. It is not. Education is a consistent thing. Again, a plan, a strategy. So you should always be learning something. You should always be finding out more information. But the problem comes in is that fear of missing out will make you spend money that you're not supposed to spend. Can we just come on? Come on. I wish I could put Pamela's post. She in the group. I wish I could put her post what she just put in the comments up on the screen. She said, I knew a shift happened with you. She said, and you are the truth. She said, I knew a shift happened. Because that's what it was. We were cycling money. And listen, come on. It happens so often. Look, Dr. V said, truth. Come on. Come on. Y'all gotta have this understanding, and I'm transparent about it because and there will be somebody that will say, well, why were you still putting out the money? Man, if y'all knew the whole system, if y'all knew the system, ooh Jesus, you're fearful of leaving one community over another community. You're fearful of, if I step out, what is that going to be? Listen, I had people ridicule me. I had people talking about me. I had people listen, and I'm this me. Ask anybody who has met me in person. This me, like it don't change. It don't change. And so I literally had people walking away from me because they saw the change. They saw a negative change in who I was. And so people were, I had people like blocking me and walking away from me because I was in that environment. And it was crazy because I didn't know what was going on. I just saw people blocking me. And I'm like, what is going on? Or people walking away. And it wasn't until I left that community that people came back and really were honest in saying, no, you weren't you. And you weren't being you 100% because there was something about you that did not fit into that community. There was something about you that did not fit. But because you were there, that's what you were doing. And it's understandable. But man, D said it. Listen, you're consistent. And I've had people who have come and be clients of mine because they've said, you didn't fit what they were doing. And I saw what they were doing, but that wasn't you. That wasn't your heart, that wasn't your mindset. Come on, that wasn't who you were. And I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you, I can be transparent. I told y'all, the what hurt the most, I mean it hurt. What hurt the most was when my oldest daughter was sitting, I was sitting in the class and my daughter heard the language that was being spoken in the class. And my daughter, who was in high school, looked at me and said, why are you still there? That doesn't fit your mission and your vision. It doesn't. She said, why are you still there? And I had to have a hard truth conversation with myself. And I had to go back and say, okay, God, and this was a prayer. I listen. I remember the day that I prayed this prayer. God, I need you to be the CEO of my business and my brand. I need to go back to my core values. And she was just like, that don't match you. And because that don't match you, I need something to change. Like, we understand that you're trying to build a legacy and build something for the family, but we ain't going to build it by being in an environment that's toxic or an environment that's not meant for us. That's not like reality check. Can your children be in the call that you're on? Can your children be in the class that you're taking? Because this is legacy. This is building up our children. Can my children sit and listen to what I'm listening to right now? And if they're not, if they can't, then why are you? And that's it. Look, Lillian said it. Lillian said it. It don't matter who the predators are. Come on, wrong is wrong. And so I went and I had to shift and I had to do some things. And I told people, listen, that was about 13, that was about $13,000 removed from my budget. I mean, and then some. That was $13,000 revenue that was coming in that I walked away from, that I had to walk away from. That was it. It was gone. And it was scary. Come on. Roz said it. You can't create in chaos. It was scary. As a business owner, you're just starting to get momentum and you walk away from $13,000 a year that's coming in, and plus other stuff that's coming in, so probably even more than that. You walk away and you that transition happens, and now you're like, that was fear keeping me there. The fact that I felt that so strongly in my spirit and felt it, like I felt ill, I felt sick in my body. That's fear. There should be no reason why you are sitting somewhere that you are uncomfortable because you're fearful of what will happen if you leave. That is fear, guys. And it is toxic. It is fear and it is toxic. And I went and I said, enough is enough. And when I said that prayer, this is the first person, somebody said something to me that changed everything. Because when I said the prayer, it was before that separation happened. And they said, I said, I made that prayer, I made that statement. I said to God, all right, I'm going back to my values. I'm going back to my core values. And somebody said to me, and this I will forever, it was Daniel. Daniel Gomez. He said, I don't know what's been going on. And this is a man of God. He prayed, and after he prayed, he said, no, yeah, I think it was after he prayed, he said, I don't know what's been going on. He said, but you've been following and hearing 10x, 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 but God said that he can 60x. Said, don't worry about it. This is before the transition happened. Because the transition, when I tell y'all, man, that thing, it took a minute to get over that. It took some healing to get over that. Because it was people I had prayed for, people that I had supported in major ways, just turned their back on me. And so they said, they've been telling you to 10x, but God said that he can 60x it. And when he said it, it was before this shift happened. When the shift happened, I was like, okay, God, so you going 60x it today? Cause the bank account needs you to 60x it today, God. Are we gonna 60x it now? Cause whew, in Jesus' name, oh Lord, glory. It was painful, y'all. It was painful. I'm somebody who I'm very big. Like when you have me as a support person, you have me as a support person. Like we here, we in this. And I had to walk away from people that I supported. And it hurt. And this is how I knew. This is how I knew that they knew my heart. Oh, I'm not gonna cry this morning. Jesus. Whew. This is how I knew they knew my heart. Is that the ones that knew my heart when I had to walk away, they did not walk away from me. The ones that knew my heart, they did not walk away. I still get messages from them. Come on. I still get, listen, I still reach out to them. I still pray for them. They still pray for me. And it was crazy because I am, the level of integrity is dangerous. So I went, and anybody that was still a part of that community, I gracefully bowed out and said, I'm no longer a part of that community. I have no problem if you would like to stop being one of my clients. I did the bigger thing. And it was crazy because in the midst of it, I'm like, but God, that I'm already out 13,000. Like what, bruh, like I'm about to lose even more money now. And I went and I had that conversation because it was in that moment that I was not fearful. I wasn't fearful of what was going to come. I wasn't fearful of what was going to be said. I wasn't fearful of the backlash, what was going to be done. I wasn't fearful. And so I did it boldly, even though the fear was there at times. And I had to heal a lot. I did, because when you're in a connection with somebody for years where you're going and supporting these people and doing all of this stuff, and then all heck breaks loose, me being me as the person that I am, man, it took a toll. It took a toll. Come on. But I'm happy where I am. Hey, Roz. I'm happy where I am. Come on. And if I make the same amount, if I make less, if I make more, I'm happy. I'm at peace. When I'm having a meeting with somebody, I can have the meeting on loudspeaker. My kids can be sitting right next to me. I'm at peace. One of the things, and I had this conversation with my kids a few weeks ago, because I said, I value my peace. I value my peace over everything. I can't. If it ain't, if it's not bringing me peace, we got a problem. Y'all can have it. Y'all can keep it. That's probably why I ain't dating nobody at the moment, because I got to have peace. If it ain't gonna bring me peace right now, you exit. I can't. You got to exit. I can't, because I had to have my peace. It look, Dr. V said it. Peace is such a wealthy place. And I get it. I get it. There's many a person that's out here trying to do business and they ain't got no peace at home. They ain't got no peace in their business. They ain't got no peace in their spirit. They ain't got no, I can't. We can't live like that. This year has been stressful enough, y'all. Can we reclaim our peace? Can we do that? Can we go and look at the people that have been stealing our peace and not be fearful to say, I'm letting it go. I'm giving you your space. And so it's crazy because when we think about press play, this press play series was supposed to be done last week. But Monday morning, yesterday, God was like, no, I still got some things I need you to say. And then for today, talking about fear when it comes to pressing play, I think about when I first started live streaming, I struggled. I was struggling. First of all, as the introvert, y'all know introverts, I love my little sanctuary. But I struggled in the beginning when it came to live streaming because it was a fear of pressing a button, right? But I was always going and supporting other people. And then when I pressed the button, they would come and support me. That's just, I told y'all, I'm not new to this and true to this. That was almost 6 years ago now. But I would always go and, at first it was a fear, so much so that when I first started live streaming, and y'all will not find these videos anywhere, thankfully, I think. You will not find these videos anywhere, thankfully, I think. My first videos, I would be rocking back and forth. At one time, I had a stool in my house, like a bar stool, and I was so nervous, and I didn't even realize it. Like I was doing it unconsciously. I was swinging in it like a little kid. I was swinging in the chair because I was so like the fear. And I mean, even now, I have some moments where I'm like, like it'll rush over you really quick when you go live or when you go to do especially speaking on stages, because you never know what the audience, how they're going to take the content and all of that stuff. But I found that I had to, you always got to fight fear. You always got to fight fear. It's not going to stop. Hey, Frank, I see you. It's not going to stop. This is real life. But it is your faith that will be the anecdote. And it was that prayer that I prayed that it sparked my faith back to it. It sparked it to another level. And then as everything started happening, I always had to go back to my faith. Because if not, I would have allowed fear to let me say, no, I'm going to stay here. God told me to move, but I don't want to move out of fear. I'm going to stay here. Some of y'all made that decision this year. Some of y'all made that decision this year that you would not stay, that you would not move forward. You were going to stay because of everything that was going on this year. That you would not go and do whatever he told you to do, that you were going to go ahead and stay in fear this year. Come on. Yeah, some of y'all made that decision this year. Come on. What's up, family? Some of y'all made that decision this year. And here's the thing, because you made that decision, the people that you were supposed to help, the legacy you were supposed to build for your family, the opportunities that were supposed to be, that were due you, the table that was set up in your name, in your honor, all just sat dormant all year long. And so that year was the year that I really, and it wasn't that many years ago, it was about 2 years ago, that really sparked some things when it came to fear. Because again, like I said, I was walking away from a big chunk of money in my business. I was walking away from a I guess it was this false sense, this like sense of community and things like that. So it was a lot, and because I am who I am, that was it. But God replaced it with not only my own, the WVL community. Hey, shout out to the World Voice League. Um, but not only that, but also I'm a part of another community that is another Christian community, supportive community. But it was a journey, y'all. This is a journey. It don't stop. Don't stop, won't stop. Come on. Oh, you better go ahead. Come on. Come on. Come on. So Frank said, I finished 55 and about to finish the other two before the end of the month. And I'll have my 70 books read before for next year, 2021. Listen, we got goals. People are still reaching their goals, y'all. People are still achieving great things in their businesses. They're still going and connecting with people. I mean, we cannot allow fear to be the shackle that's holding us in place. We can't. Trust and believe. Yeah, there's going to be somebody somewhere. There's going to be somebody that may do something wrong, rub us the wrong way. Okay. But out of the billions of people, are we going to let that one person steal our future? Out of the billions of people in the world, are you going to allow that one person to steal your future? Y'all better catch that in your shanana. Out of the billions, that's going to be a hard no for me. So, achieving great things this year is still possible. You can still end the year strong. I told y'all we're doing this strategy session. If you go and pre-order the Press Play series, the Press Play bundle, bit.ly/WVL Press Play is down, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you go and you tap into that, by all means, let's go. We're going to do this strategy session so that way you can end the year strong and start 2021 strong. No excuses. It's time for us to reclaim the future that we put on paper at the beginning of the year. Reclaim what you put on your vision board. I mean, and that's it right there. It's time to reclaim what you put on your vision board. Some people, they didn't even do a vision board for this year. I know I didn't. I did goals though, but I didn't do a vision board. But there's other people that did a vision board, and you stopped looking at the vision board maybe by halfway into the year because of everything that was going on. Can I tell y'all, this year I danced with Debbie Allen. I saw the Louvre. Um, we did like virtual traveling to like all of the different zoos and aquariums. Uh, I probably spent more time with my kids this year than previous years. We did some strange little virtual trips with family. I sent my daughter off to college. I've seen some great things happen in life and in business this year. I've also dealt with family and friends testing positive for COVID. I've published books. I have one published earlier this year, well, a couple weeks ago actually, but and then another one that was just published. Pre-sale start this week. Like, we didn't stop. Definitely didn't stop. Still doing our accountability call. It is your press that positions you for something greater. I cannot stress that enough for you. It is your press that positions you for something greater. And it doesn't matter what anybody says or what anybody does. When you decide that you are going to press, it will always open up new opportunities. Always. So I'm excited. I'm looking at myself in this good video, looking like I'm aging backwards, like a little teenager on here. But that part, gotta love it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys finish this year strong. Y'all got things to do. Let's go. Y'all got things to do. Be on the lookout for new things that are coming in the new year. This month, we are trying to figure out how we're going to ship books out to a few women's organizations overseas. So pray for us. Keep us in your prayers as we go into that process. And whew, onward and upward. I appreciate you guys. And again, until next time, y'all, don't forget to press it out. See ya.